Japanese automakers Honda and Nissan have announced plans to join forces. Honda and Nissan announced on Monday that they have formally agreed to hold talks on a possible merger. Honda has created an engine that will shake the entire car market. While everyone is running after electric cars, Honda is making a big change, creating a beast that can perhaps change the game forever. Their CEO says that this is a complete revolution which will shake the entire EV world. What if Honda creates an engine that does not need petrol, does not need to be charged, and is even better than electric cars? Today, they turn out more engines than anyone else on the planet. If it's got an engine, bikes, cars, jets, even Formula One racers, chances are Honda's behind it. People snap up Hondas because they're the kind of cars you can count on, whether it's your very first ride or the fifth one you've parked in your driveway. But Honda's not just about building cars that don't quit. They're always looking to the future, staying ahead of the game. Back in the 1970s, they came up with the CVCC engine, a total game changer that breezed through the US's strict emissions rules. Then there's the VTX system, which makes little engines roar like the big ones. Honda's always been about pushing the limits. They were also one of the first to roll out hybrid cars in the US, proving that eco-friendly could still be exciting, and now they're cooking up something fresh. It's not a hybrid. It's not even fully electric. It's something totally new. Honda believes engines aren't done yet. They just need a little evolution to keep the good times rolling. It's not like filling up a gas tank in 5 minutes. It can take hours, especially if you're stuck somewhere without a fast charger. And even when you're charged up, there's that nagging worry, will I make it home? That stress doesn't fade, especially on long drives where charging stations are few and far between. Electric vehicles aren't cheap to buy, even with some help from the government. And while plugging in might feel affordable today, imagine everyone doing it at once. Electricity bills could climb fast. It's a huge win for everyday drivers who want an easy, no-compromise ride that's kind to the planet. Honda's CRV Hydrogen SUV isn't just about getting you from point A to point B. It's packed with surprises that make it a total game changer. One of the coolest tricks, it can share its power. Think of it like having a backup generator on wheels. If a storm knocks out your electricity, the CRV can keep your home humming and your gadgets charged. It's not just a car, it's a lifeline when things go sideways. But don't worry, Honda didn't sacrifice comfort for all this futuristic tech. The CRV still has that classic Honda vibe everyone loves. Sleek, spacious, and perfect for families. The hydrogen system is cleverly tucked away, so you get all the eco-friendly power without losing room for your groceries or soccer gear. It feels natural, not forced, like the high-tech stuff was always meant to be there. Honda's playing it smart with the rollout too. They're starting in places like California and Japan, where hydrogen stations are already up and running. That way, drivers can hit the road without stressing about where to refuel. As more stations pop up, the CRV will expand to new spots. Honda's not rushing. They're building something that'll grow strong over time. This quiet, clever plan might just shake things up. No loud hype, just solid strategy and the right partners. That's what makes this SUV such a sneaky threat to the electric vehicle world. While others are racing to build faster chargers and bigger batteries, Honda's already delivering instant refueling, long drives, and zero pollution, all wrapped in a familiar, trusty package. And here's a big thought. If the CRV Hydrogen is this awesome now, what happens when Honda brings this tech to their entire lineup? For years, hydrogen cars like Honda's Clarity had one big problem. There just weren't enough places to refuel. The tech was awesome, clean, efficient, and ready to roll, but without fuel stations, drivers were stuck. That hiccup nearly put the brakes on the whole hydrogen dream. Hydrogen stations are popping up across the United States, with California leading the charge. Other states are watching closely, ready to follow. Japan's all in on hydrogen, making it a key part of their energy plan. Germany's building stations to power big trucks, and China, the world's biggest car market, is pouring billions into hydrogen to fuel buses, taxis, and more. Governments aren't just testing hydrogen anymore, they're betting big on it. Why? It's not only super clean for cars, but it's also perfect for trucks, buses, and transit systems that need to haul heavy loads over long distances. Hydrogen refuels in a flash, keeps you going farther, and doesn't leave you waiting for a charger to free up. Electric vehicles are super popular, but their system is starting to creak. Power grids are struggling to keep up, and sometimes folks are even told not to charge during peak hours. We need more electricity, and we're not building it fast enough. Plus, EV batteries rely on rare metals like lithium and cobalt, which are tough to mine, crazy expensive, and not exactly planet-friendly to dig up. With supply shortages, recycling headaches, and rising costs, electric vehicles aren't looking quite as green as they used to. Unlike electric vehicles, hydrogen doesn't overload the power grid or need hours to charge. Plus, it skips those rare, hard-to-get metals that batteries rely on. Here's the coolest part. You can make hydrogen from water using sunlight or wind power, something called green hydrogen. Imagine that, running your car on just water and sunshine. No pollution, no grid stress, no bulky batteries needed. Hydrogen isn't here to steal the spotlight from electric vehicles, it's carving its own path. It's perfect for things like long-haul trucks, city buses, or even powering remote areas where electric chargers just can't cut it. But Honda's not stopping at fuel stations and eco-friendly vibes. Honda has always been the engine master. From zippy mopeds to roaring race cars, they've built engines that make hearts race. But with the world waving goodbye to gasoline, what does engine power even mean anymore? These aren't your typical electric systems. They're quick, smooth, and feel like driving a classic car, except they're super clean. No noise, no smoke, no gas, just water vapor and instant eco-friendly power. Honda is also part of a big Japanese crew with Toyota, Subaru, Mazda, and even Yamaha. They're working on super clean combustion engines that run on wild stuff like biofuels, hydrogen, and even ammonia. The CRV? It's ready to roll in just 3 to 5 minutes, about as fast as filling a gas tank. That's not just convenient, it's a total game changer. The hydrogen CRV goes further, hitting close to 400 miles on a full tank. For road trips or busy days, those extra miles mean fewer stops and less stress. Electric vehicles produce zero emissions while driving, which is awesome. But the CRV goes even cleaner. Its fuel cell pumps out nothing but water vapor. No big batteries needed, and no worries about the environmental toll of making or tossing them. Hydrogen fuel cells. They skip all that. No big batteries to wear out, no mining mess, and no fire risks. Just clean energy that's simple and safe. Electric vehicles are undeniably popular, with more and more people making the switch to cleaner and quieter transportation. They offer zero emissions while driving, instant torque, and a futuristic appeal that has reshaped the entire automotive industry. Governments around the world have thrown their weight behind them with incentives, subsidies, and infrastructure development. However, as adoption grows, so do the challenges. EVs are starting to hit some serious bumps in the road that are causing frustration for everyday drivers. One of the biggest concerns is the long charging times. Unlike filling up a traditional gas tank that takes just a few minutes, charging an electric vehicle, even with a fast charger, can take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours. And if you're at home using a standard outlet, you might be looking at an overnight wait just to get a full charge. This delay might not seem like a big deal at first, but imagine being on a long road trip or in an emergency situation where every minute counts. Waiting around for your car to charge quickly becomes a major inconvenience. Then there's the issue of range anxiety. Even with the latest EVs boasting improved battery ranges, many drivers still worry whether they'll make it to their destination without running out of power. This anxiety intensifies in rural areas, cold climates, or places where charging infrastructure is sparse. You constantly find yourself checking the battery percentage and calculating how far you can go before needing to plug in again. Unlike traditional gas stations, which are everywhere, fast charging stations are still not as widespread, making long-distance travel more stressful than it should be. On top of that, electricity costs are rising in many parts of the world. While EVs were initially praised for being cheap to run, those savings may be shrinking as demand for electricity increases. Power grids are under more pressure than ever, and some regions are even experiencing blackouts or asking residents to avoid charging their vehicles during peak hours. As more households adopt electric cars, the load on local utilities is climbing, and the once affordable fuel is starting to get more expensive. So if you found this insight helpful or eye-opening, give it a thumbs up. Don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share it with your friends and family so they can stay informed about the future of driving. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button to stay updated with more deep dives into automotive innovation, game-changing technologies, and the surprising shifts that are shaping tomorrow's roads. Oh, and don't miss the next video. It's packed with even more exciting info about how the automotive world is being transformed in ways most people never saw coming. Click it now. Trust me, it's worth it.